Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you the knives that I'm carrying today, my EDC for the day. And the reason I decided to make a video today was because I got to go to the Allegheny Mountain Knife Collectors Association, or Allegheny Mountain Knife Club, for the first time in a long time. Not for lack of trying, I just have been busy or out of town for the last few meetings. And like every time I go there, I got to see a lot of really nice knives, and it kind of, inspired me to show you what I'm carrying. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to guess it from looking at these three knives, but I do have a kind of theme going today. And the theme for today is fall and also hunting season. So to start out here, I have my Jansen Mini Lanny's clip point. And this fits the theme, of course, because in hunting, when you're hunting, you have to wear orange, hunter orange, to, let people see you so they don't think you're a deer or whatever. And this knife has orange G10, and it's a Lanny's clip. It's a smaller than most Lanny's clips, but it has CPM 154 steel. Let's see if it'll focus a little better. So, a really nice steel. That's one of the nice things about getting a handmade knife, is that they often have more modern steels than, your production knives like a GEC here. Now, this isn't a knife that I ordered or that I helped design or anything like that. I just found Brad Jansen on Instagram, and he had this available. He said that he actually doesn't do custom orders because they take the fun out of it, I guess. It's kind of more of a hobby for him, but this is a nice knife. So I like the orange G10. I think it's really visually appealing. You notice it when you see it in the knife case and stuff. People tend to kind of gravitate towards this knife along with the glitter golds and things like that because the handle sticks out. You can see that it's a shadow pattern, so there's no bolster, kind of a bird's eye pivot there. Not quite, but it has mill relieved liners, so just incredible action on this one. Really nice walk and talk. Some of the best actually of any of my knives, definitely. So really snaps open to half stop, fully open and closed. This was a pretty affordable knife as handmade knives go, and it does have, some slight flaws, a little off center towards the pile side. It sits a little bit low at full close, and there are some slight gaps, but I'm happy with it because it's nice to have a little knife. It's about just under 2.5 inch blade that feels really good in the hand. It feels really ergonomic because these handles are rounded and it's well designed and everything. And it's a good looking knife. So I decided to carry this one because it's orange, and orange is a fall color, and also you wear orange when you're hunting. Which takes me to the next knife, which is my Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield number 44 Buffalo Jack in cocobolo wood and brass. So this is from the recent run, first run of this 44 pattern. And it's not the first GEC knife I've had with a bullet shield, but this bullet shield looks better than the Bradford single shot trapper, which is what I had before. It has this line, or these two lines, which kind of make it a little bit more detailed. And I really like the look of it. This is I always forget, it's like a 4570 government cartridge or something. But I always forget exactly what cartridge it is. It's definitely kind of a obscure cartridge, and I believe it's one that was used in buffalo hunting. So this is a Buffalo Bill in the West, that kind of thing. It's an older cartridge, but it's unique for a couple reasons. It has, first of all, the bullet shield, and then all brass hardware. So brass pins, brass liners, brass bolsters, and brass shield. And that's really cool. I like it. I like how it looks. Once you get a little bit of a patina, it looks good, and it doesn't get too smudged up usually or anything like that, I've found. And if it does, you can just I use a sunshine cloth to polish it off a little bit. This is a jack, so both blades come out of the same side, and it has a really nice long kind of classic clip point for the main blade. and then it has a nice long pull. I think that's a pretty, like I say, classic and good looking clip point. Really nice action, nice walk and talk, real smooth. And then has a really long pen secondary. So you can see that this is a pretty long pen blade. It goes, you know, a significant portion of the handle is taken up. So you really basically get 2 blades in this knife. It's about 3.5 inches closed, and the blades on this knife are bigger than some knives from GEC in the same size range. So that's kind of nice, and it would make it useful for hunting. I haven't used this for hunting or for skinning anything yet, but hopefully I'll get the chance here this year. But it has carbon steel, as you can see, and really nice knife. The Cocoa below, I got that because it reminded me of a gun stock. Oh, this is a gun stock pattern. That's another reason. You know, it fits this whole theme. That's this shape here where it's thicker towards the bottom and then gets thinner towards the top. And I thought that the Cocoa below being wood fit that kind of theme of the gun theme of the knife, and also fits the theme for my carry here today. You know, kind of gives the fall feel, and of course the hunting feel. And then finally, more so to go with the orange, and I carried my Benchmade 940. So this green really goes, I would call this like a hunter green. And I'm not sure how well it is showing. It's getting dark out and I don't have good lighting, but these 2 colors I think really go together, the hunter orange and the hunter green. And it's a really nice green. It reminds me of, you know, forests and trees and everything, and maybe even, you know, the kind of old school camo clothes that you wear hunting and stuff like that. So I decided to carry this one. I'm also still getting my thoughts together and making a compilation of use video for my knife talk video on this, so keep an eye out for that. So far I'm really liking this knife. Definitely you could use this knife for hunting, skinning, or butchering an animal. My brother is a very good hunter, probably you know, best hunter I know, and you know, sometimes he's been a guide before and everything like that, and he often uses a Benchmade to field dress or skin deer and things like that. I've always thought that the Axis lock, because it has the Omega springs and it's somewhat complicated lock, might not be the best choice if you have to use a folding knife to you know, for hunting, for skinning or whatever, because blood and guts and hair can get in there. But he uses, like I say, a couple different Benchmades pretty frequently for it, and they seem to work really well for him. So I'm sure that this would do a good job of that. I've been using it a lot. It's been doing really great. Really like it. It's also slightly off-center towards the, well, what I guess I would call it the clip side on this modern knife, or the pile side. But other than that, really nice. And again, I think it goes with the overall fall and hunting theme with the color scheme here. So that's the knives I'm carrying today. I realized when I was thinking about making this video that I haven't done any 1-minute overviews or knife talk videos on this knife. So of course I told you a lot of the information on it in this video, but keep an eye out for that. If you would like to get updates on when I post videos, like the upcoming 1-minute overview and probably knife talk video on this knife, or the upcoming knife talk video on this knife, the Benchmade 940, which will be the first one that I do with actual use footage. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And if you have any, you know, thoughts, questions, anything like that, feel free to leave a comment. One thing I'd like to get you guys' thoughts on, but I'm probably going to ask about this in the video on the 940, is how far off-centered is too far off-centered for you on a modern knife. So this, you know, when I open it, it doesn't touch the liner, but it is, you know, a little farther off-center than I think I'd like. So, you know, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. So any of your thoughts, leave them below. And other than that, like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to go out and do good.